What's going on, everyone? Gig Accountant here. My name is Naz. I'm a licensed CPA in the state of New Jersey. I'm also a gig economy worker working on food delivery platforms such as Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Postmates. Referral links are down in the description box below if you're interested in signing up for any one of those platforms. So all this talk about the new pay model that Grubhub has deployed and how workers are suffering really drives home the point that you really need to look out for your own best interest. No one else is going to be looking out for your best interest. Not any of these other companies, not any other individuals. So it really behooves you to seek out other opportunities to build up revenue, to generate revenue streams outside of a single source. Because at a moment's notice, the rug can be pulled out from underneath you. And what gig economy workers are experiencing now in a very quick and fast pace is what workers in traditional companies in America experience over the past couple decades. It used to be that a worker can get a pretty good job, without having to pay for a college degree or whatever, or even if they did pay for a college degree, there'd be that almost guaranteed good jobs lined up for them afterwards. But over the course of several decades, this relationship between corporate America and American workers have eroded, where companies will just pull out the rug from underneath them at a moment's notice. It used to be that workers would work for a company for several decades, and then afterwards a lot of them would be offered a cushy pension plan that they could live off for during their golden years, live out into retirement with. But these pension plans are few and far between now. Workers are now expected to save up for their own retirement, and further, you may not be even guaranteed for a job at your company for life, even if you are a dedicated and committed worker who put in the hard work day in and day out, because the company may decide that you're too expensive and eliminate your job and offshore it to somewhere else where they're able to pay your counterpart cheaper rate, compensate them at a lower pay. And this is what is occurring now in the gig economy. It was before my time, but from what I understand it, back in the day, Uber and Lyft and even the food delivery platforms all paid fairly well relative to what they are paying now. So I haven't experienced that, so I can't really speak to that firsthand. But my understanding is that the pay just keeps on declining as time marches on. So it's important that you seek out opportunities to generate multiple revenue sources so that you're not subject to the whims of a single company. So if you are 100% a gig economy worker, make sure that you work on multiple different platforms and you're always seeking out new ways to make money. Don't just be committed to one single company, one single platform to generate this revenue. Make sure that you're saving money. Save money for retirement, because you're not going to be able to work this job forever. If you're 100% a gig economy worker, you probably don't have a 401k, but there are other options available for you. So there are the Roth IRA and the traditional IRA. And as a self-employed independent contractor, you may also have other options available to you, such as the SEP IRA or the self-employed 401k. And that's something that I'll make another video about and talk about in a different video. So it's important to save where you can, so that if you're left out, if you're dropped or terminated by a company, you have something to fall back on. Or if you are doing this like how I'm doing, for instance, I am a full-time accountant. I work at a W-2 job as an accountant, and that's my day job. And I make enough money from that to pay my bills and to save money on the side. And what I do with this is working as a gig economy worker, doing my Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, what have you. I use that as supplemental income to, save, pay my bills, pay down my debt, pay down my mortgage, pay down my student loans. And it's just like extra money for me. And it's something that I derive a alternative source of income from. So I have multiple sources of income. So I'm not overly reliant on any single one. If I were to be dropped from any one of them, I wouldn't feel the pain too much. Especially, if I was terminated from Grubhub, okay, I work Uber Eats as supplemental income. If I didn't do any gig economy, I'd still be fine. If I lost my current job, my full-time job, I'd be okay. I'd be able to live off of unemployment checks and gig economy work for a little while until I was able to find another full-time job. So it's important to generate to build up several sources of income. Don't put all your eggs into one basket. Realize that your interests don't necessarily align with the company's interests. Over the long term, it should, but you never know what may happen. Like a company may decide that they want to bring down costs by eliminating your job and pay someone else a lower rate. Even if over the long term this hurts the company, oftentimes companies and people, they are kind of short-sighted and myopic in this regard, where they don't see the long term. They're more concerned about short-term profits and short-term stock returns, so short-term stock prices, because they want to exercise their stock options or whatever, and they need to hit a certain stock price in order to be able to do that. So make sure that you have multiple sources of income. Make sure that you're saving your money up, that you have an emergency fund. Once you have that emergency fund, make sure that you're building up towards your retirement, be it through your company's 401k or your own self-administered, self-employed SEP IRA or other IRAs or self-employed 401ks. So yeah, that's all I got to say about that, guys. So just be careful out there, be safe, secure the bag, and have a good one, guys. Peace.